So I've done the cooking test and they taste amazing. The lavender really stood out with the cookies, and not only the cookies tasted a lot like lavender, the whole house just smelled of lavender, and it has this so calming aroma throughout the house that it's just made me really happy that I tried this recipe. I'm gonna be 100% honest, I did film me tasting the lavender cookie, but once I saw the video I looked awful and it just didn't work. I wasn't feeling good with it, so I just thought, whatever, I'm gonna do it again without the tasting. It's fine, it's not gonna be an issue. So if you wanted to see it, I'm sorry, but I really wasn't comfortable with using that clip, so I'm just sitting in a different spot with a better lighting, and I'm just feeling better overall about just reshooting this, so yeah. So I thought that the end of this video would be nice if I talked a little bit about the books that are on my TBR. I usually speak about books by the end of the video, but I really love them, so I really wanted to speak about the ones that I want to read. I usually speak about what I'm reading currently or what I read, and I was thinking it would be interesting to just show you a little bit of what I am planning on reading. It's usually around fantasy and romantasy because that's what I'm into right now. I'm completely obsessed, and I'm just gonna let myself just devour every book that I can that it's about either one of these genres that are, you know, sometimes I feel like they're just the same, but there's a difference if you have romance or not, if it's very romance heavy or not. So I guess fantasy and romantasy. So let me just pull my list. Okay, it's here. So the first book that I put on my list, and this is not like, the list was huge and I just wanted to pick 5 so I wouldn't take forever rambling, so it's not, of course the ones that I really want to read that are like priorities are in here, but there's like 1,000 more books that I want to read. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna pick 5 and talk a little bit of why I want to read them. So the first one that's on the list is called Anathema, and I think I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's like this dark fantasy that I really like reading dark fantasy, especially if it's like this gothic atmosphere, a darker world, and usually I like to alternate between a heavy book, heavy in terms of like the plot, the story, the characters, just in itself has themes that are intense, and I like to alternate that with like a cozy romantasy or a cozy fantasy that I don't really need to be, I don't want to say engaged, but it's like emotionally engaged, I guess. So yeah, this is the one that's on my list. It's the first one. Not because it's top priority, but because I recently read, I can't remember how to pronounce it, like the little text that you get on Goodreads that tells you a little bit about the book. I can't remember how you say that in English, so I'm just gonna type it somewhere. But it's the first one that popped in my head, and then the second one is The Year of the Witching, which is like a dark witchy story with cultist vibes, I think. I remember reading that it's a very religious society that has cults, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that it's around that theme. And I don't know, this is something else that I wanted to talk about, which is more about seasonal reading. It's something that I don't do, but sometimes when I pick a specific book I feel like it should be read on a specific season. Like you read the like what it's about, and you just feel like this would be such a good book to read, I don't know, during winter, because it calls for like this hot tea, or I don't know, just a hot chocolate and cozy up on the couch. Yeah, but I don't usually do that. I can't recall if I ever did that. I get so excited about reading the story that I can't really wait. So I'm wondering if you do this. If you find a book and you put it on your list, do you have different lists? For example, a summer list, a winter list, spring list? Is this something that you actively do when do you organize, the books that you want to read? Do you organize it by in which season you're gonna read them? Because I don't do that, and I'm kind of interested in understanding how you do it. And if, for example, it's summer and you find a book that you really want to read, but it's not the correct season, like, does it work that way, or do you sometimes just ignore that and read it anyway? Because I would be too excited not to read it. But anyway, this is one of those books that I feel like would be very autumnal, wintry. Yeah. And the next one is much more cozy, I think. I haven't read it, but I think it is. It's called A Dance with the Fae Prince. So I guess it's a romantasy. I guess it's like a comforting fairy tale that you can just cozy up and read it. And I think it has a bit of adventure as well, but all the cozy vibes and themes are there. And sometimes that's what I'm craving. I don't want to think about it too much. I don't want to be like emotionally engaged too much. So I hope for like this cozy romantasy sometimes, but it's okay. The next one is called Whispers of the Elderoak. I think that's how you say it, Elderoak. And this one is like on my top priority that I want to read. I'm just trying to finish the book that I previously talked about in the previous video. I talked about the Viking book thing that I always forget the name. It's either Curse Carved in Bone. Oh god, I always forget the book number 2, the book number 2's title. So I haven't finished it, and I'm already thinking about what I want to read next. I don't know if I'm gonna ever finish it. It's embarrassing, I know. It's sad, I know, because I'm about to finish it, but I just can't do it. So maybe if I pick up another book and I read that and then I finish, maybe it's gonna work better. I don't know. But anyway, this one, Whispers of the Elderoak, it has a lot of themes that I like. It has like an ancient forest, it has a magical system, it has folklore, and I don't know if it's there, but it sounded like it had a little bit of mystery and all of that, and I really like those themes. So it's on my top priority list to read this book. And the last one, another cozy romance, The Enchanted Greenhouse, which is not yet published. I don't know if it's this month or the next, I'm not sure, but it is going to be published, and I am super excited about reading it because, again, it's one of those cozy romantic books with all the fantasy vibes, and it's just like a emotionally, like, it's more balanced, I guess. It's not heavy. So yeah, sometimes I really crave those books. I don't know what to say. But yeah, those are my 5 out of I don't know how many books that I chose to talk a little bit about. If you've read them, you can tell me in the comments if you've liked them or not. I had to stop the video because the neighbor was just driving by with this video was going so well. I was actually pleased with it, so I'm sorry about the music. But anyway, I just wanted to read some of the questions that I got ready for the end of the book. So I talked about my TBR list, and I wanted to know if you have a specific book that has been on your TBR the longest. Like, is there a book that you're like, I really want to read this, but then you never do? But when you see it on the list, you're like, oh my god, I really want to read this. It has happened to me, so maybe it has happened to anyone else. And do you have a comfort read that you always go back to? Because there are some books that I think are like a comfort read to me. I'm just gonna check my list. This memory of mine, it's really bad. I'm just gonna check my list to see if I can find books that fit into that question that I made. If there's like a comfort book that I ever want to go back to, or like if I could read it for the first time, I guess it's like that really favorite book. Well, there's one here on the list that I really enjoyed, and it's called Bride. Even though it's not that cozy fantasy, I really enjoyed reading it, and when I finished it, I was really thinking, I wish I could read this for a second time, because I did really like it. So I think it fits into the category of comfort read, I guess. There's also, I was looking at Wayward, which is also something that I could go back to. What else? Oh, Nettle and Bone. I loved that book. I really loved that book, and it's a book that I would definitely go back to. It's one of my favorites. I really like that book. And then the last question, and I already talked about this, is if you are a seasonal reader, because I am not, and sometimes I think about it and I understand, but I don't really, like, I understand why some people would do that, because there are some books that fit perfectly into specific seasons. So yeah, maybe you can talk a little bit about that if you want in the comments, if you do that. So yeah, I think I've rambled enough for this video. I rambled for like almost 4 minutes, and yeah, I just wanted to do another cozy video. I hope that it is cozy for you, and I wanted to try the lavender cookie, chocolate chip cookie recipe. I can leave it down below, even though I don't follow it 100%, but I'm gonna leave the recipe that I found online, and I'm gonna leave it down below if you want to try them. And yeah, I just wanted to say, if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, maybe, if you don't mind, or just comment down below the answers to like the questions I made, that I'm really curious about it. And yeah, I will see you soon.